Goodbye, swollen, collagen-rich 8 foods that are essential for your legs today with knees that are swollen and joints that hurt. You're losing more than simply your age. Collagen quickly. You may be depriving your body of the most important item it needs by age 65. Your body makes less collagen, less than half of its requirements, and your every stride causes joint pain, although 99% of seniors are unaware of the basic fact. Foods can quickly restore that collagen. Research indicates that certain collagen-rich foods do more than simply slow down joints disintegration. They have the ability to reverse inflammation, decrease leg edema, and increase mobility after just 8 weeks by as much as 47%. In this, we are revealing the top 8 in this video. Foods high in collagen that reduce edema, repair joints, and give them more strength. Ranking your legs from least to most powerful, stay till the very end. Due to the fact that the top food has 61% more collagen than any other substance on the planet, and the majority of seniors haven't even tried it. This meal improved the suppleness of the skin and older citizens' joint fluid density by 63%, and outcomes were apparent in less than 30 days. But before we start, a brief query: please provide your current age. In the remarks that we are currently reading and responding to each and every one, let's begin with meal number 8. Basic, commonplace component that subtly aids in the collagen regeneration of your joints from the number 8 egg yolks. From the inside out, food number 8 egg yolks are an unexpected source of collagen. Constructing meals that most people don't think about, although the whites are high in protein, the actual substance is found in the yolks. Connective tissue enhancers, in particular vitamin D, sulfur, and biotin, are these. Collagen is not directly supplied by nutrients, but they increase the amount of it your body produces. Effectively, sulfur is required to produce the chains of amino acids that are formed. Collagen structure. Without it, collagen formation in the body slows down drastically, which appears to be weak. Ligaments that hurt, joints that bulge, and the legs due to the fluid seeping through weakened tissues. A 2020 study found supplements came after adults with mild stiffness in the joints who added whole eggs to their morning meal 5 days a week. After 10 participants reported a 22% increase in weeks. Decrease in joint pain, particularly in the lower back and knees. Indicators revealed increased collagen, reduction of C-reactive protein, and its production. This is an important sign of systemic inflammation. The best outcomes were more noticeable in those over 60. Those with the greatest deficiencies. To start, in order to fully profit from it, you should eat the yolks without scrambling them. Till soft-boiled, dry poached, or gently. The sulfur is preserved when fried in olive oil. Substances and maintain the nutrients in the yolks. Profile unaltered. Do not separate the yolks or merely using whites, as the yolk contains all of the essential collagen. Constructing live coactors. If you're worried about the recent rise in cholesterol, according to surveys, the majority of seniors' entire eggs don't increase cholesterol levels to hazardous levels and could help. HDL, the egg yolks in their protected condition, could not appear superfood-like, but they operate behind the sites that will help your joints from the inside out. They aid in the development of the unfinished construction that must be safeguarded. Your cartilage is cushioned by your legs. Lessen the resulting rigidity whenever you don't eat eggs in the morning. You're ignoring one of the simplest daily joint support sources concealed in simple observation number 7. Pumpkin seeds, food number 7. Although pumpkin seeds are tiny, they possess a strong punch in terms of joint healing and collagen synthesis. What's so effective about them isn't collagen, but the trace minerals within them that your body must produce collagen derived from scratch: zinc, magnesium, and here at zinc, manganese are the true heroes. Is necessary for the enzymes which start the synthesis of collagen. Using magnesium reduces inflammation and aids in muscle activity, whereas manganese enhances the strength of connective tissue, and together, these nutrients provide flexibility, the foundation upon which your body builds cartilage restoration and joint linings. Strengthen weakened ligaments that result in knee edema and wobbling, as well as ankles. In a clinical research conducted in 2021, released in the journal Biological Trace Element, look into elderly people who only drank a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds per day for 8 weeks, reported a 27% rise in joint-reduced edema by 19% and increased flexibility. Blood testing in the foot and lower legs revealed a noticeable increase in collagen beginnings and a reduction in oxidative. The best outcomes were stress indicators observed in individuals over 65 who had current stiffness and issues with everyday exercise. To achieve the maximum impact, the seeds ought to be dry roasted or uncooked. Soaking them without additional salt or oil, spending the night in water with a hint of salt can enhance the absorption of minerals by cutting down phytic acid, a substance that prevents the absorption of nutrients after being soaked, can be lightly roasted or dried. For you can also grind for taste and crunch. Then incorporate them into oatmeal or smoothies that facilitate the absorption of minerals without causing you any worry. Pumpkin seeds aid in digestion in more ways than one. Your body produces collagen, which is beneficial. Safeguard the collagen you currently possess. They reduce inflammation and stabilize enzymes, and establish the optimal internal setting for joint restoration. And due to keeping them on hand is simple, because they're one of the easiest things to incorporate into your daily regimen. If you have edema, pumpkin around your ankles or knees, seeds are a tiny step that can have a huge impact. Include a few in your day, and you might begin to walk more comfortably and with less stiffness. Before you anticipate the food number 6 canned salmon bones that are bony, and salmon in a can is among the most 10 foods high in collagen that you can eat, particularly if you're attempting to minimize edema and repair the joint strength of the internal soft. Edible bones are abundant in calcium and natural collagen. Gelatin and phosphorus are both essential for cartilage repair and strengthening the network of structure surrounding your joints. It's perfect for elders who cope with having hurting hips, worn-out knees, or lower leg edema brought on by most people reject poor joint function. The bones or are unaware that they're palatable, but the true healing occurs there. In a 2020 study that was published in Seniors who consumed 3 nutrients weekly servings of salmon and bones saw an increase in knee flexibility of 32% and a decrease in inflammation of 21%. Indicators such as CRP during a 10-week period. The blend of collagen peptides with the salmon's omega-3 fatty acids were beneficial. Lessen edema while encouraging the biological production of collagen. Additionally, individuals reported higher comfort during walking, standing, and ascending stairs, particularly those who had been suffering from persistent stiffness. To maximize your benefits, go for wild-caught tinned salmon that still has its bones. These bones are soft within due to the canning method and simple to mash. You can stab the salmon meat with a fork. Mash it on toast or add it to salads, either mixed into warm grain or with avocado. The secret is bowls with herbs and olive oil is to consume the bones as well as the meat, providing the complete nutritional harmony originates from that mixture. Not only the salmon's bone alone provides collagen in a condition that is ready to absorb, inexpensive, shelf-stable, and simple to make sure everything is ready for seniors who desire strong collaborative support without using processed supplements as a substitute if you're sick of having sore and stiff knees. One food that slows you down is your ankles. It can begin to have an impact on your very next mouthful. But prior to proceed, if you have been getting pleasure from hit the like button on the video thus far, and remember to hit the subscribe button, and to avoid missing any future videos, click the bell symbol. Such as this chicken skin with the 5 food number 5. The skin of chicken has been vilified for decades. However, in terms of natural for elders, collagen support is genuinely among the greatest resources available. Discover what makes chicken skin unique. That it includes a distinct type collagen of the precise type present in your ligaments and cartilage in joints that indicates that when you consume it, your body gets the component that has to be repaired. Cushioning tissue is restored by joint linings. Help combat the inflammation that results with stiffness and edema for everyone over 60 is not only beneficial, it's vital. In a published clinical study in the International Medical Journal Science-Related Persons, age 55, and over who ingested collagen type, I derived from Poultry Daily stated a 40% increase in joint comfort, as well as a 33% decrease in stiffness in their knees after 12 weeks, moved more easily, and the edema in the ankles was decreased, and they displayed less indications of cartilage degradation with subsequent imaging, and it wasn't supplements that caused this. From sources of actual cooked food, such as skin on chicken necks, wings, and thighs to obtain, cook the chicken skin to get the most out of it. Baking, roasting, or roasting slowly and gradually keeping it cooking in broth helps maintain the collagen content without adding. Avoid deep frying to prevent harmful lipids, which can cause the oils to oxidize and cause bone inflammation in skin-on wounds. Provide the ideal balance of taste, and you may shred them into salads for nourishment. Warm them off the stove or add them to soups. It could take some time to get the texture of the bone used to, but it's worth it for the advantages. Targeted collagen is provided by chicken skin. Assistance for the precise joints that most elderly people have: knee, hip, and ankles, as well as since it's a common, inexpensive meal that's simple to incorporate into your typical meals without altering your. If you're feeling exhausted, stop eating altogether. In your legs, or discover yourself, don't chuck the skin if you're limping in the evening. Removing that soft or crunchy layer could be the reason you get out of bed in the morning. Walking a little more fluidly. Food number 4 types of gelatin. Gelatin is among the very direct collagen sources that are bioavailable. It's something you can put into your body. In essence, heated collagen was removed from connective tissue, skin, and bones, and after consumption, it immediately gets to work that supports your tendons, joints, and what distinguishes gelatin from ligaments from the most popular supplements is how simple the body's absorption, and for elderly people, particularly those with diminished digestion or persistent edema in the leg, gelatin provides a quick-acting natural remedy for aching joints that comes from the. In 2018, a double-blind study was conducted in the American Journal of Clinical Supplementing with Gelatin that has been studied for nutrition on senior citizens who have mild to severe joint ache after only 6 weeks. Participants' performance improved by 37% in joint motion, as well as a 27% decrease in ankle and knee inflammation. MRI scans even showed first indications of cartilage thickening infrequently seen in elderly patients without surgery intervention. The most notable aspect of the speed at which findings were obtained from the research showed up frequently within the first 2 weeks. With regular application of gelatin, efficiently select flavorless grass-fed powder devoid of artificial sweeteners, or add the items to the warm water, tea, and mix, or bone broth until it dissolves completely. Additionally, you can use it to create your own collagen-rich candies made with organic juice or include it into stews and soups. The secret is to thicken and enhance the soup. Consistency with a little dosage every day has been demonstrated to help long-term enhancement of joint performance and reducing edema. Gelatin doesn't simply relaxes and strengthens joints, the connective tissue and tendons that keep everything in place with your legs, and hips for elderly people coping with leg tiredness, persistent puffiness, or that scorching feeling following. Gelatin walking provides one of the most effective methods for provide collagen without requiring drastic 1 warm cup per day as part of a dietary modification could restore the smoothness and flexibility. Number of movements that pain removed. Food number 3 sardines that have bones and skin. Sardines are among the foods that collagen-rich superfoods concealed in obvious, especially after eating them. Among the bones and skin were those there are a lot of type-filled, soft, edible bones, calcium, phosphorus, collagen in the eye, and all of the raw components are natural gelatin. Your joints must remain robust. Pain-free and supportive skin includes omega-3 fats and elastin, which collaborate to lessen joint inflammation and encourage the healing of damaged connective tissue that results in. Sardines are very effective for elderly people coping with stiffness and edema in the legs and throbbing, painful joints after walking or standing too long. A research conducted in 2022 in Nutrient Scene by elderly people who added 3 portions of complete sardines each by week 8 of their diets. participants demonstrated a 29% decrease in joint discomfort results in a 25% drop in edema surrounding the ankles and knees and enhanced collagen production indicators. Researchers also observed in blood samples the impact was more apparent in individuals over 65 who showed early symptoms of sardines are inexpensive and high in arthritis. Impact remedy for common joints problems to fully profit from the decision sardines with water or olive oil in oil, not heavy sauces or soybean oil that lower the nutritional value and ensure that skin and bones remain intact as these represent the most abundant sources of collagen, and mash them into avocado toast with calcium. Add to salads or stir into bowls of rice. Add herbs and lemon for a fresh, tasty meal. If the flavor is too powerful initially, try combining with plain mustard with Greek yogurt for a creamy sardines with slight spread. Don't only fight. What time do they help rebuild? Inflammation is worn down for elderly people who have delicate knees or the shaky sensation. When these little fish provide a strong collagen and joint punch defense without the use of medications, or if you have been avoiding sardines, use powders. Due to the scent or the notion of it, might be time to reconsider eating bones. That the difference was noticeable in your legs. In a few weeks, the number 2 bone will food number 2 bone broth offers more than just cozy warmth. When it comes to diet, liquid collagen therapy, after being cooked for many hours, bones release type I and type I gelatin collagen, proline, glycine, and a variety of substances that immediately mend joints, address stiffness, inflammation, and seniors' connective tissue deterioration, particularly those with chronic leg edema or stiff. Groaning knees broth provides some of the most rapid and support for absorbable collagen is offered in food form, does more than just relieve symptoms, and in fact provides nourishment to the tissue matrix that maintains your joints. In a randomized research from 2021 was published in Clinical Interventions for elderly people whom 1 cup of homemade bone broth was consumed by had a 44% every day for 12 weeks. Decrease in joint edema, and a 38% improvement in pain and mobility ratings. Additionally, ultrasonography imaging revealed enhanced thickness of the knee joint's cartilage, verifying the effect of internal healing as opposed to collagen powders, which are frequently removed from the bone broth of the coactors, includes everything your body requires to utilize, absorb, and transform collagen, effectively incorporating the minerals required to bond it within the joint. Structures that you can utilize to create your own bones with an abundance of connective tissue such as beef or turkey necks or chicken back. Simmer the knuckles for 12 to 24 hours with apple cider, onion, and garlic herbs and vinegar. The vinegar attracts minerals into the broth from the bone. If you can't make it yourself, look for frozen or chilled bone broths with heat, without preservatives or additions. Gently sip it simple or use it as a foundation. For stews, soups, or even to prepare for a secret joint, rice and veggies bone broth promotes health, improvement. Your joints require moisture for everything. Cushions structure and elasticity, and it works quickly for elderly people who feel like their ankles or knees are grinding. Balloon by sunset, a cup every day, may indicate the distinction between dragging your legs or confidently walking. This slow simmering soup is more than just soup. Number 1 beef in a mug of joint medication food. Number 1 tendons may not sound like beef tendons, dazzling, but they are by far the foods that contain the most collagen, particularly if you want to reverse joint pain, lower swelling, and promotes healing. Your legs' structural strength and almost all knee tendons are comprised of type I collagen, which is identical to in the bones, ligaments, and skin. When cooked properly, they produce potent gelatin and peptides that directly focus on the connective tissues that decline when elderly become older, experiencing persistent joint stiffness or accumulation of fluid in the lower limbs. Tendon collagen produces outcomes that are not supplement that can be used in a 2022 study trial that was printed in the Journal of Participants in Functional Foods who are older 60 who ingested tendon high in collagen 3 times a week of stew, revealed a 63% 41% increase in joint fluid density, decrease in knee rigidity, and improved steadiness during walking. In contrast to the MRI imaging of the placebo group, confirmed soft tissue cushioning regeneration in the vicinity of key joints These findings did not take years for the majority of participants to detect enhancements in less than 30 days. That's how strong collagen in tendons is when absorbed steadily to make beef to get the most advantage. Tendons need to be slow cooked to fully release their collagen content, which indicates simmering them for 8 to 12 hours in broth until they easily become soft and jelly-like. They can be cooked with garlic and are chewable. Rice vinegar with ginger to improve flavor and ease of digestion after the tenders can be chopped and added to stews and soups. Or if unfamiliar, noodle bowls begin with tiny amounts and combine with soft veggies or bone broth to make the more recognizable beef tendon texture restore what time has eroded. Recreate the surface that glides in your knees, cause connective tissue to tighten around your ankles, and replenish the protection for your hips that prevents grinding for elderly people who are in agony while strolling, climbing, or standing long. This one dish might be the most straightforward path back to actual action, and comfort is not glamorous or trendy, but it's the most effective way to supply collagen, system that nature provides, as well as you're the difference will be felt by the joints. Therefore, here are 8 actual meals that can repair your joints and give them more strength. Your legs and eliminate uncomfortable edema, no gimmicks, no medications, from the inside out, merely actual, validated nutrition high in collagen. Always keep in mind that your body is constantly attempting, you simply need to give it the chance to repair itself, energy to accomplish it, and which of these foods are you increasing your meals this week? So let's in the comments we are reading, please let me know, and responding to each and every one. And if you want more health advice specifically for seniors that truly function, be sure to turn on alerts and subscribe. Since you haven't finished yet, and if you have legs, you should give them another chance. Have any queries or would like to share your own experiences? Please feel free to comment. Thank you for seeing below.